Hey, welcome back to Cards and Comics. Today I have a new local comic book store that I am giving a little bit of a review for. It's exciting for me because I don't have one until now. It's called the Monster Stash, and it's located inside the Wilton Mall near Saratoga Springs. And the great thing about it is, it's got really good content, a lot of great books. It's new books, so it's great for me because I don't have any way to get new books and without paying a lot of shipping. So it's great. The store itself is very cool because it's sort of a horror theme store. You can see here in their Facebook, they've got different displays. Here's one here on Friday the 13th, and there's the address here, and I'll put a link to their Instagram and Facebook in my video. And shot a short video. They allowed me to take a little bit of a video of the store, and I'll show that to you now. And then after the video, I'll show you the books I picked up, and we'll go through them. Hey, welcome back, and hope you enjoyed that little video. Again, not a videographer. I'm just like to show off new stores, and it's again exciting for me to have a local comic book store that we can have new books and not have to have everything shipped, the damage and all the things that everyone has to deal with shipping and getting books through the mail. So this is awesome, and the owner's really cool. And I'm like I said, it feels like we're getting back to a better place, because my local comic book store closed right when the COVID hit. They were having financial troubles before that, and I got a lot of great books from that store. And it's just sad, and I think it's great now. It feels like the community's a little bit stronger with a store that's local, and a way to to be more engaged in the hobby. So we'll go through the books. The books I picked up, were not, again, this store wasn't. They don't have like wall books, like you go into a lot of stores and you see like $25, $30, $50, $100 books on the wall. When I went to some stores in Albany, they had those books, and which is cool. But this was mostly just new books, variants. Everything was on the shelf. He put everything out, and first come, first serve. I don't know if he's doing any pull list yet, but it was very well laid out. Hopefully you saw that from the video, and I was able to get some cool books, and I think these are books that are going to be fun, for everyone to kind of look at. So first up is Carnage, black and white. So this is the variant cover, and it's from Carrie Randolph, and so I really think this cover is really cool. Again, the thing about Carnage and Venom is just they're so easy to make awesome covers, so that it's hard to pick the coolest ones. But I really like this one. So this is definitely a book that I like, and I'm a big Spider-Man collector. So that's cool for me. Next up is Sensational Wonder Woman 6. And this is a cardstock variant. And these are, I think, 1 in 25. Kale Nagu. I'm sorry if I really mispronounced that. I didn't mean to, but an artist I'm not familiar with, but I think it's a really cool cover. And again, really just cool to get some new books and be able to get some of these cool variants. And again, I'm a big variant collector. As I've said in other videos, not advised, but hey, it's what I do. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man 64. So this is what they call a Heroes Reborn variant, and so this is from Carlos Pacheco. And again, I don't know the exact ratio for these Heroes Reborn ratios or Heroes Reborn variants, but the reason I picked it up, besides it being a Spider-Man, I'm a big Hyperion fan. I'm a huge Squadron Supreme fan from the original series all the way through some of the reboots, and just I like the characters, and I really wish actually they were used better, but hey, this is what we got. But it's just cool to see Hyperion on the cover of a book, and especially Spider-Man, which I never would have thought that was going to happen. Next up is Catwoman number 33 with Poison Ivy and Catwoman, and this is a cardstock variant, 1 in 25 with Ginny Friesen. And obviously, you know, if you're really into variants, Ginny Friesen's one of the big names that a lot of people love. The thing about Ginny Friesen stuff is that in general, it's not super expensive, and so this book hasn't caught fire yet, but it's a great cover, and I like her use of colors, and I think it's a very, very nice cover. Now, next up is really, really a big tug to my heartstrings. This is Blue and Gold number 1. This is Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. The original Blue Beetle, that I think the original is Ted Kord. Obviously, Dan Garrett was the original, but you know, Blue Beetle, Ted Kord is just awesome. I really wish they do something more with this property, because Jaime Reyes is a good character, but if you think about the difference between Ted Kord and Jaime Reyes, as you know, Ted Kord was basically Spider-Man or Peter Parker and Bruce Wayne combined, and you know, that has a lot of great possibilities. And Jaime Reyes is really maybe a little Peter Parker, but mostly like a cosmic hero, you know, like using space tech, battling aliens. You know, not really what, you know, Ted or Peter Parker or even Bruce Wayne are really about. So I just feel like in Blue Beetle was a detective too. I mean, he did a lot of investigating and solving crime, as well as, you know, the superhero stuff. I just feel like, you know, it's great that he's back into a comic book. I do feel like this is like DC kind of keeping him in the universe by continuing to do these kind of one-off stories, so that maybe they don't lose the rights to the character or something. I don't know. But it's great to see this variant cover. This is from Dave Johnson, and it gets another cardstock variant, as a lot of these are. Next up is the DC Horror Presents The Conjuring number 1. This is a variant cover. This is from Gary Brown, and it's just cool to see more horror books. And obviously the store I went to was very horror based, so they actually, when I checked out, the guy was like, yeah, really like this cover, I really like the book, so I'm really excited to read it. And again, you know, I'm not huge into horror, but I do a lot of Golden Age horror, and it's gotten me more interested in modern horror. I did do the video about Sandman and sort of how that Sandman 6 is just one of the most terrifying, because it's just a realistic portrayal of violence. You know, not like just like monsters killing people, violence. And this is, you know, so it'll be interesting to see how this is, the take on this is. So, and the next up is another horror book. Again, this is American Mythology Monsters number 1. This is the standard cover. And it's by Neil Vokes, and yeah, not much to say on this one, just, you know, want to read it. And next up is another horror book. So you see a big theme here. And this is Bunny Mask #2. Now, I don't have #1, so I got to go back and read it, but I've heard a lot of good things. I've seen Bunny Mask mentioned in a lot of people's top list of newer books to get, and so I'm excited to read it. And this is the standard cover from Andrea Muti. So yeah, very excited to get that and start reading that series. Next up is Tart 1. So this is from Scout Comics. And this is a standard, I think this is the standard cover, from Ludovic Selly, and who's the standard artist on the book. And I really like the cover because of the art. And it reminds me a lot of some of the Sandman books from the 90s and the late 80s with the use of color and negative space. So I'll always be drawn to art like that. Next up is The Nice House on the Lake. Again, I think this is book 3, so I'm just starting this series now. And again, with modern books, I didn't have an LCS, so really this is me starting back into some modern books and modern series and just reading again. And so it's great for me to get some books to read. And I heard this series is great. I know a lot who are specking on it. And this is the standard cover from Alvaro Martinez Bueno, who's, I believe, the standard artist on this book. I think this is standard cover. Next up is 2 books from the same book, but 2 different covers. Here is Batman 89. So here is, I believe, the standard cover from Joe Quinones. And he did this great Michael Keaton style Batman cover, which is already, I think, hot on eBay. I see it selling. A lot of bids on this book, and I think people really like the story. I haven't read it yet, but I've already heard a lot of chatter about it, and I think a lot of people really dig the art and this kind of throwback to that character to see him kind of in this universe. And then next up is a variant, and again, this is the cardstock, and this is Jerry Ordway. So kind of an old school throwback cover, and really dig it. So end of the day, bottom line is, I have an LCS again. I'm going to be able to actually get books, and not have to have everything shipped. Hopefully I can start talking to him about, how to get some of the higher ratio variants, so maybe I don't have to buy all those through eBay, as well as the standard books. But we'll see. If not, whatever it takes to keep him going, I would definitely want to do it, because I really like going and being able to go into the mall and have a reason to go with the family and go to the comic book store. So that's it for me. I want to give this update and just give some reviews on some new books I'm picking up, and enjoying comics and love being able to read again and seeing some new series. And hopefully you guys are doing the same thing, and let me know if you like the books or if you have any thoughts on these series or some other series I should be picking up, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.